Hi guys, welcome to video 3 in this MAUI tutorial. So this video is about events in MAUI. Okay, so first off, let's take a look at the usual observer pattern. The usual implementation of the observer pattern is you have a subject and you have one or more observers or zero or more observers, and the subject knows the observers. And all the observers implement this interface. So whenever the subject feels the need to notify the observers, like for instance, if some value exceeds a threshold, it calls this notify method on all the observers. Okay, so this is done slightly different in MAUI, in that we don't have an interface, we just have a delegate type, and then we can have the methods that match the delegate type. So observers are just delegates. The observer collection is just a multicast delegate. Okay, and if you're unfamiliar with these terms, then it will become a lot easier when I show you what to do. Okay, so the events in C#, that's an easy and flexible way to implement the observer pattern. So let's say you have a control and you want to be notified whenever someone does something to that control. For instance, a button. You want to know whenever the user clicks the button, you want to execute some code. So what you do is you simply make a method, like you declare and instantiate a variable of the delegate type. That means you make a method, and then you have to associate it to the subject, i.e. the button. So the method is called an event handler or event listener, and it's the observer. Okay. If you're also creating the subject yourself, that means if you're creating your own control class, then you also need to implement things inside that control, like defining the delegate type and create the code that I mentioned up here, notify observers. You need to code that also. But for most people, the usual pattern is that you just need to create a method and attach it as event handler or event listener to the control. And that's quite easy. So here's an example. So here you have a button and you have a clicked attribute on it. And that simply points to a method down here, private void, OK button underscore clicked. So whenever someone pushes the button over here, this method executes. Okay, it should say OK button here instead of button 1. Anyway, let's take a look at it. So we have a button here. Okay, no event handler associated yet. Nothing in the code behind. So what you do is you simply write the name of the event, clicked, and you get intelligence. And see, it helps you. I think I showed this in an earlier video. But so you can just double click here and it'll generate a method for you and insert the name here. Here's the method. It just generated it. So I can do something here. I don't know, make the button OK button dot color, background color equals color dot, oh, no blue here. Like that. Blue. Let's hope that works. Okay, so if we run it, we get this. So I had to change to red because blue is a very bad thing because it's already blue. So let's see, it runs. Okay. So you can do another thing. OK button dot clicked, and you can add in code another. See? So I can either do this. Yeah, that's what I can do. I thought I could have the other thing also. That's shit didn't work. There. Okay. Now I have two. No, I don't want a third one. Like that. Okay. There you go. I got too many of them. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you got to be careful with that. So I can do something else here. I have text buttons, I think, text fields in here. Entry, this entry here, I just need a name for it, otherwise I cannot reference it in code. X name equals, and then entry 1. There you go. Now magically, I now have a variable called entry 1. And I can set its text property to something, some new text. Okay. And let's run the thing again. So one thing is that, see, this is not just an event handler for one button, one radio. It's actually for 3 radio buttons. See, there, and there, and there. So 3 of them share this. That's no problem. I can easily do that. And it means that I can make this generic program. I don't have to make one for each radio button. The second thing is that I think I didn't mention this, but there is a properties window here. And right now it's empty because I'm in the code. In the code window, but if I switch to here, it will show something if I'm lucky. It'll show information about this one. So for instance, if you want to set a background, I don't know, you can do something. Yes. You can change the background. And you'll notice that it simply writes here. So what you're seeing here in the SAML window is the truth. This is what you got. This is just a different display of that. See, changes over here right away. And you can do that with many things here, but I think I haven't found one called x:name. I don't think it's here. I mean, really, I can't see it anywhere. So for some reason that isn't there. So you need to write that here, right? Also, you definitely need a name. Almost all of your controls need a name because that's the only way you can reference them in code. Or almost always. I mean, you can use them if you're sitting like on a button. If you click a button, then in the click event procedure, you can reference the sender, which is the button, even if it doesn't have a name. But really, give them a name. Or like labels, you don't always need a name for those. But if you need to manipulate them in code, you need to give them a name. Okay. Also, in some environments, like if you're writing Windows Presentation Foundation, for instance, you'll be able to you'll see 2 tabbed pages here, one for properties and one for events. So you can see a list of the events. And this is not the case here, sadly. Of course, you have the option of just doing this, and you can see the events are the ones like here. For instance, binding context changed. All those, see, but you cannot, they're mixed in with the others. So that's kind of annoying, but I don't know if it's possible to, I mean, it doesn't seem to be possible to filter on that. So that's annoying also. And of course, you should be aware that each control has huge amounts of events. The layout change loaded. And I don't think that anyone knows what all of these do. So don't run around being sad because you don't know what some strange event does. You can't know everything. Okay, I think that's about it, guys. Take care.